Okay, here is our data collection period. And again, we'll kind of skip through really right now. Oh, I'm so sorry. Again, we have a poll. So please complete that if you could. This gives some timeline or historical data, but really right now we need to worry about this January 1st, 2019 through June 30th, 2019. That is the data collection period that we are concerned about. And so as Alex mentioned, keep in mind that's, really 2 years ago. And so a lot may have changed in 2 years. And so my recommendation is, again, looking at who was doing your billing at the time. All billing, if they've been in business since 2017, they should be familiar with PAMA and be able to understand what is needed to pull the data. And there's some good templates for that are provided on additional slides that we can help provide as well. But the data collection period is the time of where we're going to pull the data, and then you will be required to submit that data to Medicare, PAMA, January 1st through March 30th, 2022. So your deadline is March 30th this next year. So for data collection, again, with labs that we worked with way back when for the first reporting period, it was kind of just making sure that they were pulling the correct information from their system in order to report. You will be required to pull the CPT code or HCPCS code associated with the test. And then what Medicare is really looking for is your private payer rate. They don't care what Medicare is paying. Again, is to establish their rates. Medicare wants to be the lowest payer. They want to find out what you're getting from private payer, from your managed care plans. And so during that data collection period, January through June, they want to know what final payment was made. And they want to know the associated volume of tests performed corresponding to each payer rate. So what was interesting is for some payers, you may be getting paid different rates for the same code. You have to be able to report the different rates. Every single rate that you're getting, that final payment rate, must be reported. It's not an average. They want to know each rate that you're getting. I think the information on the examples, there is a document that Medicare provides that gives you a summary of all the information. They do provide some examples of how the data collection, what they want. All right, how do you report? This is important. You need to confirm your enrollment data in PACOS is correct. Again, it's been 2 years. Hopefully you're maintaining PACOS and that information is validated and appropriate, but you need to make sure PACOS is correct. And then there is a portal, this Enterprise Identity Management System, EIDM. As I recall, this is something similar to if I have any of my professional groups reporting MIPS in the past. When we would report, we would use a portal, and this EIDM is something similar. There's a portal. You're going to need a username and password. And again, I've done this in the past, so if you're going to need help in navigating and how to get to where you go to submit this data, let us know. We can certainly assist you there.
And let me just comment only from experience that if your lab is part of a health system that is required to report, there's typically one user ID and password for one individual per EIN. And so if that individual is not in your department, there's a certain amount of time when you have two-factor authentication and you have to use the code within 20 minutes or 15 minutes. So just coordinate with your health system leadership as part of the submission process to ensure you don't get locked out.
That's a really good point, Josh. And again, why we wanted to bring this in and continue with this conversation now in August, because that finding who has that access may be a challenge. So Again, because we're looking at 2 years going past, and then we're going to report this coming year. It's important to start thinking about this now, and then again, who's got access and who needs to be given access, and if it needs to be reset.